for the governor at the time and has been home to many governors ever since. Land there, that is Mrs. Macquarie's Point. Now that is where the famous Mrs. Macquarie's chair is located. It was built way back in 1860. It is a quartz structure. And if you look closely, you'll see a little slit in there. Now that is because the sculpture itself is hollow, and the slit is to encourage endangered microbats to nest there. The other sculpture on the right is a waveform. Now this is to show the geological... Over to your right now, you can see a little bit of a better view of Government House. Now they do free tours on Friday, like a castle. This is the Conservatorium of Music. Now originally these were the stables and living quarters for the servants for the Government House. And in front of it is this dark green building. This is the Conservatorium High School. Now this boasts some of Australia's well-known musicians have studied here throughout the years. Now they only take 200 students a year, so competition is fierce. Now coming up on your left, if you haven't already smelt it, is our herb garden. Now these contain herbs and spices from all over the world. It is actually a working herb garden. The chefs at the Royal Botanical Restaurant are often down here picking some herbs and spices for their delicious recipes. And here we are coming up to our first stop. Here's where you'd hop off if you wanted to go see the Rose Garden. It's just up those stairs on your right. Stop. Or the Calyx Centre, which has a very large living green wall inside. Largest living green wall in the southern hemisphere. It is over 50 meters long and has 18,000 plants in it. Now the pollination display that they have in there at the moment is all about this little fellow here on the left. The bee pollinating plants.
Okay.
This is the garden. It's called Palm Grove. You can see where it gets its name due to all these different types of palm tree that you see planted around us. Some of which were planted way back in 1816, so there's some old trees in here.
Very nice. Look at under these plants, Papa. Look at all of these plants.
Fernery. Now these have ferns from all over the globe inside. Interestingly, the fern as a species of plant is the second oldest in the world. Recently they've discovered the oldest species of plant in the world. It's in fact a type of moss.
Papa, that's real. It's a plant. What's it focus about?
Now here on your right you'll see a quite large building. Now it has to be large because it is the Herbarium of New South Wales. And it holds over 1.2 million preserved plant species for scientific research. And over on your left here is the oldest standing glass. It was built in 1876. The pine was thought to be extinct for 65 million years. You could only see them as fossils in museum until, lucky for us, a park ranger in the Blue Mountains just stumbled across some growing it back in 1992. So even Sir David Attenborough said it was akin to finding a real-life dinosaur. Here in the First Fleet in 1788, they brought over 1,000 people, 700 of which were convicts. So as you can imagine, that's a lot of mouths to feed. So one of their first jobs was to try and establish that farm. It used to be a much larger farm. It used to spread over 9 acres and reach all the way down to the water. our third stop now. This is the Palm Grove Centre. This is where you can hop off to grab something to eat at the restaurant and cafe there on your left down there. Or the garden shop on your Australia. It's called Macquarie's Culvert. It's built in 1816 by Governor Macquarie for his wife Elizabeth, apparently so she wouldn't get her feet wet. And now we're in the tropics, various tropical plant species all around us. My favourite is coming up here on your right. If you look closely, you'll see some pink fruit. Now those are actually pink bananas. They're a little bit different to what you find in the supermarket.
That one, see? Pink bananas.
Yeah.
Here on your left is called a Norfolk Island pine. Now we call it the wishing tree here in the gardens. Because if you close your eyes, make a wish, run round it forwards 3 times and 3 times backwards, hopefully your wish
มี
will
ต้น
come
ไม้
true.
ใหญ่ๆจริงเหรอ
You have to roll. Gracie can't.
ใหญ่อะ
Yes. 34. Yes.
ให้ลองดู
Yes.
พออะไรได้ไม่รู้
Third the size of Australia, yet it holds more plant species there than the entire continent, so it's a very diverse place. Now this tree coming up on your left, now Aboriginals would tap into this water supply. Water was skin. Over on your left you can see a dinosaur. Not usually in the gardens, but
Look at that.
over on your right is a statue of a famous French 90.